In a lively village filled with singing birds and dancing trees, we find the story of Joanna, a young girl loved by everyone. She lived in a big house with a secret room that nobody enters. After her parents vanish, sadness fills the village and rumors about the secret room start to grow. As Joanna deals with her loss, she hires 2 helpers, leading to a scary discovery that changes everything. Now, surrounded by doubts and old village curses, Joanna must prove she's not guilty. Joanna was an extraordinary child with a beaming smile and eyes that sparkled like the stars, the sole daughter of the village's richest couple. As she walked through the village, people often remarked, "Look, there goes Joanna, the gem of our village." Her parents adored her deeply, surrounding her with love and comfort. Their residence, the largest in the village, was a haven of joy with countless rooms echoing with laughter. Around the house were farms bursting with fruits and vegetables, and fields that stretched far under the sun's embrace. Her father was the proprietor of the largest store in the market, a place that drew visitors from near and far, offering treasures like twinkling jewels and garments as soft as clouds. Joanna's life was filled with every necessity, her heart brimming with happiness. Wherever Joanna traveled, she was accompanied by her parents. They visited bustling markets, sparkling rivers, and friends in nearby villages. Her kind and sweet nature made her beloved by all who met her, just like her parents. However, the grandest part of her home was the mystery room, a room that no one ever entered, adding an air of mystery and making her home feel like a castle filled with hidden treasures. Tragedy struck one sunny day when her parents ventured across the Big Blue River to visit friends and did not return. They traveled by canoe, beautifully painted with vibrant patterns, but Joanna stayed home due to a slight illness. Unfortunately, the river was treacherous that day, swelling and swirling uncontrollably, which led to the canoe capsizing in a tragic accident. This sudden loss of her parents left Joanna utterly alone, her world darkened by their absence. The village was enveloped in sorrow upon hearing the news, with everyone mourning the loss of such generous and kind souls. In respect for her parents, the villagers ceased all market activities for a few days, choosing instead to share memories of the joy Joanna's parents had brought into their lives. The village quieted down significantly during this period, the trees whispering softly and the birds singing gently as if in mourning. Joanna was deeply affected, missing her parents terribly. Her tears fell like rain, and her once bright smile faded. The villagers, who had loved her family dearly, came to her, offering food, hugs, and shared tears, showing their support in her time of grief. As time passed, the need to manage her large, now quieter house grew, and Joanna decided to hire help. That's when she met Layla and Amir, the village's kindest and most hardworking siblings. From the moment they started working, they respected the house's rule, especially about the forbidden room, a room wrapped in whispers and mystery, rumored to be filled with secrets that could scare the stars away. Some old servants knew of its eerie legend. Those who tried too hard to uncover its secrets vanished without a trace. Joanna, respecting her parents' wishes, never questioned the room's purpose and stayed away as instructed. The twins, however, filled with a mix of curiosity and caution, eventually could no longer resist the pull of the unknown. They devised a plan to peek inside without fully entering, to satisfy their curiosity yet minimize any risks. Their plan, however, led them into a deeper mystery than they had anticipated, revealing a secret that would change everything for Joanna and the village forever. As the early morning light filtered through the village, Joanna waited anxiously while Layla cautiously opened the door to the forbidden room. The door creaked ominously as it opened, revealing nothing but shadows inside. As Layla stepped forward, a chill ran down her spine. The room, which was supposed to be empty, seemed to breathe, the air thick with an unspoken history. Meanwhile, Amir, standing guard at the door, felt an inexplicable dread. Before he could warn Layla, The door slammed shut behind her, the sound echoing through the silent house like a warning shot. Joanna, hearing the door slam, rushed towards the room, her heart pounding in her chest. She called out to the siblings, but there was no response. The villagers, alerted by the commotion, gathered around her house, whispering among themselves about the cursed room and the family's dark legacy. The air was thick with tension and fear. Joanna, desperate and fearing the worst for the twins, found the old key hanging behind a portrait in the hallway, a key that no one had dared to touch for years. With trembling hands, she unlocked the door, only to find the room empty except for an old, dusty mirror and some ancient furniture. There was no sign of Layla. The disappearance of Layla and the mysterious atmosphere of the forbidden room sparked wild rumors throughout the village. Whispers of witchcraft and ancestral curses began to circulate, with fingers quickly pointing at Joanna as the harbinger of misfortune. The villagers, fueled by fear and superstition, started to call for justice against what they perceived as an inherited evil. Joanna tried to plead her innocence, but the village's fear had turned them deaf to her protests. One fateful evening, as the sun set casting long shadows over the village, a group of the most influential elders and frightened villagers confronted Joanna. They accused her of witchcraft and blamed her for bringing misfortune upon the village through her family's secrets. Despite her pleas and the lack of concrete evidence, the village court decided that Joanna must be punished to appease the growing unrest and prevent further calamity. The sentence was grim and final. She was to be put to the fire for the crime she did not commit. On the night of her execution, the entire village gathered, the atmosphere heavy with a mix of fear and anticipation. Joanna, bound to the stake with tears streaming down her face, looked out over the crowd. In her final moments, she cursed the village, proclaiming her innocence and warning them of the injustice they were committing. As the flames began to lick at her feet, a sudden, terrible wail rose from the forbidden room, stopping everyone in their tracks. The villagers watched in horror as the truth revealed itself too late. Layla emerged from the shadows of the room, disoriented and terrified, but alive, her appearance proving Joanna's innocence. But the realization came too late as the flames engulfed Joanna, marking a tragic end to a tale of misguided justice and fear, leaving the village to forever mourn the innocent soul they had wrongfully condemned.